Welcome back to Brass Tacks. We're coming to you live from the CNN News 18 and Federal Bank primetime studio. The tragic car crash from Pune has sent shockwaves across the nation. In fact, the Pune police have arrested the father of the 17-year-old who was involved in the car crash, which killed two people, both of them IT professionals, both of them youngsters in their 20s. Now, this comes a day after the teenager's father was booked under the relevant sections of the Motor Vehicles Act as well as the Juvenile Justice Act. The charge against him is that he failed to do his duty as a guardian. The minor accused was granted bail within 15 hours of his arrest, citing his age. And what was even more outrageous was the rather lenient bail conditions that the accused managed to get, and that has sparked massive outrage both on social media and across the country. The accused was made to write an essay on what led to the crash. He was also told to work with the traffic police there, seek medical help, and assist accident victims, and that's it. He was given bail. However, the families of the victims are demanding maximum punishment for the accused. They also want the bail given to him to be scrapped. Given the fact that this minor was caught on camera, he was seen drinking in a pub along with his friends and then got behind the wheels of this sports car that mowed down two people, an unregistered car which he had driven for over 1,600 kilometers. Is there a fit case to try this teenager as an adult, or is this a failure of the larger system which has led to these two deaths?
We heard a loud noise. The girl flew some 10-15 feet and then instant death. The boy was also down and struggling. They took him, but on the way only, he lost his life.
कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए जिसमें आगे लोग सबक लें।
If we notice any pubs serving liquor to the underage people, we will ensure that the nuisance of pubs are taken care of on a permanent, long-term, sustainable basis.
All right, I want to now go across to two lawyers who are on both sides of the divide as far as the big question is concerned. Should this Pune accused, this car crash accused teenager be tried as an adult? Satya Mole is a lawyer joining us. Ashutosh Srivastav, also a lawyer, joining us. Mr. Srivastav, you believe that he should not be tried as an adult. He is just 4 months short of turning major, turning 18. More importantly, there's video evidence of him sitting in a pub and drinking just minutes before he got behind the wheel of this Porsche car and then mowed down two people, two young people, IT professionals. Shouldn't this man be tried as an adult?
See, I do agree that it was really an unfortunate incident, and we all agree that it is a very big loss as two people, IT professionals, very young, two people have died. So there is no question on that. Now, so far as the law is concerned, I would like to say that initially when the FIR was registered, the main section was 304A of Indian Penal Code. And as we know that 304A, which speaks about, the death of a person by negligent behavior of the other person, that is, basically a bailable offense, and the maximum punishment prescribed is 2 years in that. Now,
I want to add one correction, Mr. Srivastav. Now the latest charge has been added of culpable homicide not amounting to murder.
Yes.
So let's talk about the facts of the case as it exists now.
Yes.
This is culpable homicide.
Yes.
Let's not try to dilute it.
No, I am coming to that. And that was the reason he was granted bail initially. Now, there have been other sections which have been inserted, and that also includes Section 75, Section 77 of the Juvenile Justice Act, and also Section 304 of IPC, which you said just now. Now, as we see the Juvenile Justice Act, as per that, Section 77, the bar who was serving any sort of liquor or who serves any sort of liquor to any, juvenile below the age of 18 years, that person can be prosecuted under this Section 77 of Juvenile Justice Act, and can also be, the maximum punishment prescribed is 7 years imprisonment. Now that is what has been implicated, and I think today the court has granted 7 days remand to the bar.
No, one second. What about his own responsibility? No, one second.
Yes,
Again, you're trying to dilute this.
No,
What about the
not at all.
responsibility of the individual who consumed alcohol, then got behind a
Yes.
wheel, then mowed down
Yes.
two people? He's the person who
Yes,
committed
yes.
the homicide. I'm
See,
not denouncing, I'm not condoning what the bar owner or the bar
Yes,
server
yes, yes,
did.
yes.
But he did not
See,
commit
now-
culpable homicide. This man did.
Yes, yes.
This teenager
See,
did.
The NCPCR has given certain guidelines, as per Section 15 of the Juvenile Justice Act. And as per that guideline, any person who is below the age of 18 years has to be considered as juvenile. However, in certain circumstances, when the age of that person who has committed or has been alleged to have committed any crime is between 16 to 18 years, only in cases of heinous crimes he can be tried as
So
an adult.
Satya
Okay,
Mule,
now what
they
is-
have,
what is
one
the
second.
heinous
So
crime?
let me go to Satya
No, no.
Mule. I think your whole attempt, Mr. Srivastav, I'm sorry to say this, is to try and dilute the charges
No, no,
against
I'm-
the
I'm-
accused.
I'm as per
Because
the law
I've
only.
given you more than 5 minutes, 3 questions I've asked you. Not for once have you said that what this young man did, and A, it was irresponsible, A, it was absolutely criminal. There was no reason why he should be going to a bar, consuming alcohol, then getting behind a wheel of a sports car, an unregistered car,
but-
which was driven for more than 1,600 kilometers, and then killing 2 people and showing no remorse. The car doesn't stop, he just drives
No, no.
away. So let me ask
But
Satya Mule this.
see,
One second, Mr. Srivastava,
he-
one second.
okay.
I've spent enough time with you. Let me ask Mr. Mule.
All right.
Mr. Mule, the point is the court has, I know that the Juvenile Justice Act, Section 75, 76, and whatever the protocols are laid down by the juvenile justice boards of the country, but there have been exceptional cases. I remember one particular case in Mumbai. It was a gang rape case in which one of the accused was a minor. The court made an exception and said, try him as an adult. Can and should the courts in Pune make the same exception for in this case? Because clearly, I'm not seeing any evidence of either a remorse from the accused person, and more importantly, the fact that there is video proof now, that he consumed alcohol and then sat behind the wheels of this car, it's absolutely inexcusable.
Yes, Zaka, what you have mentioned is absolutely right, and I subscribe to your views. Let's put the facts straight. 2012, the nation saw the big controversy surrounding the Nirbhaya case.
Yes.
What happened in the Nirbhaya case was one of the accused was a juvenile. Until that particular time, there was a strict implementation of the Juvenile Justice Act. The Nirbhaya case forced the union government to enact the new Juvenile Justice Act in 2015, which is in force now, wherein in section 233, it is stated that the definition of heinous crime includes any offense which is punishable by minimum 7 years or above. And in current instant case, the FIR includes the section of IPC 304, which is punishable by 10 years of imprisonment if you have to look at part 2 of section 304. Having said this is nothing but definitely a case of culpable homicide not amounting to murder. This is an intentional offense that has been committed by a person who is almost 18 years of age. Technically, he is below 18 years of age, but one doesn't go by a particular number. Even in other cases and situations, the Supreme Court of India, as well as the union government, is of the opinion that 18 years, the threshold should not be interpreted in a mechanical manner.
Yeah.
Having said this, when we have defined the heinous offenses, section 15 states that the Juvenile Justice Board will have to evaluate whether this person has the psychological and physical capability to commit that particular offense. And if he is found to be able to commit that kind of offense, then he has to be tried as an adult.
No,
And
I'm very
having
clear,
said this-
Mr. Mole. Had
Yes,
this case,
yes.
had in this case, you know, this young man was going for a test drive and it resulted in this accident, or if he was trying this out, you know, his guardian was sitting next to him and he was testing out the car, I'm willing to give some amount of the benefit of the doubt. In this case, there is evidence of him drinking, consuming alcohol, just moments before this this accident
Exactly.
happens. Gets into the car, drives off and kills these two people, and then does not bother to stop. He drives away.
Yes.
And then look at the
Yes.
VVIP treatment he's getting at the police station, the fact that the first FIR did not have 304, and then subsequently, because of the outrage, the 304 got added. I think it's very, very clear. If culpable
Yes.
homicide is not a heinous crime, then what is? And look at the
Yes.
intention. The intention is very clear. That he drank before he took the wheel, I think it's very, very clear. The intent is there for everyone to see. There can be
I
no
would like
benefit
to
of
add
the
a
doubt.
couple of things.
Yeah.
I'd like to add a couple of things here. This person not just was underage for drinking, but was also underage for driving.
Exactly.
And this person was very well aware that he is not allowed to do what he did. He was not allowed to drive. Having said this, as of today, there was a car without a number plate. It was a sports car. If one evaluates the videos of the accident, one can very much easily conclude that the speed of that particular sports car was phenomenal. It was not a test drive. He was under the influence of
Exactly.
alcohol, and he was under the influence of adrenaline. He was wanting to show the rush of the blood, and in the phase of youth, many such things happen. But having said this, this youth was fully aware of what he was doing.
Ashutosh,
He